I'm Jessie Chahal. Joining me today is Andrew Yap, co-founder of the Big Bad Wolf Books. That's right, I'm sure you're excited as well. It's only the best book fair and the greatest book sale that goes on non-stop for a few days, 24 hours around the clock. Andrew, welcome back to the studio.
Thank you so much for having me here. I mean, it's amazing, to come back here again and, share with you what has gone through, since the last time I was here.
That's right, it's great. Yeah. It's been 10 years now. So obviously this year, 2019, is the BBW's 10th anniversary. Yes. Tell us what's going on this year.
We are so excited because, when we first started, we never thought that, we'll make it all this way and where we are today. And so this time around, we really want to give back to all our customers who became fans and friends and all. There's so much more promos going on, like, you buy, apart from the 75 to 95% discounts.
Wait, whatever, 75 to 95%?
Yeah, discount. Minimum starts from 75 to 95%, and you buy 10 books, you get one free. So it's like an additional 10% off, from that 75 to 95%. It'd be crazy not to come.
Andrew, what does this say about Malaysians and the fact that, there is sort of a perhaps misconception that Malaysians don't enjoy reading, but what you're seeing is there is huge sales and huge interest from all walks, or rather all layers, from kids to parents and even senior citizens.
Yeah. I think the Big Bad Wolf sale proves that, at the end of the day, when we first started 10 years ago, there were some government statistics that show that Malaysians only read 2%, right? And so, but if you look at the amount of people that come to the events, we have almost 500,000 people coming in 10 days, right? You can see that Malaysians do want to read. It's just that books are not accessible and not affordable. Mm-hmm. So we are doing our best to make it accessible and affordable for Malaysians. And we can see over the last 10 years, the trends really shift, in terms of the buying habits of Malaysians when it comes to books.
Mm-hmm. So the event's happening 6th to the 16th of December, the MIECC, where it's always been at the Mines. It's open 24 hours, which means you can literally walk in at any time. Yeah. Tell us about the inventory this year. You're saying we're going to have over 50,000 titles.
In regards to the 24 hours, a lot of people get confused when they say 24 hours, they think it's one day, or then they call up and all saying, are you open at 4 a.m.? Just to make it clear, we're open for 364 hours non-stop.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of inventory, books, and making it accessible this year, normally we'll have about 2 to 3 million books and about 20,000 titles. This year we are pulling out all the stops. We're going to have 4.5 million books and 50,000 titles. It's going to be so much books, right? You probably need to come 5 times just to finish up all the books.
Absolutely, gigantic effort. Look at some of these pictures here, because I've been, over the years, and I know exactly how people are excited about it. But here's the question though, are people just buying and storing, giving them as gifts, or are they actually consuming, as in are they reading these books? Because, we have a lot of reading places out there as well, whether it's public library, private centers, even in schools and universities. What more can you tell us about how Malaysians are really keen on reading?
There are a few different segment of customers. One will always be those that buys, for the children's centers, enrichment centers. A lot of buy as gifts. Then the avid readers would definitely buy and consume all the books that they read. Then there is a segment where the customers get excited because the books are affordable. The titles jump out at them, and then they don't have time to read. And so a lot of customers do have feedback that, hey, I still got books from last year, but there will come a time when you will have downtime to read. And when that happens, that is when the books are available there, to read. Right? And there are customers who read 5 or 6 different books at the same time, but it's on when they see the book there, then they pull out the book, they read, they have 5-10 minutes, then they put it back, then they go back to it again, 2-3 weeks later. So having books around us, that is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
And it's an investment, So, so there will be customers who haven't finished reading, but the most important thing is you need books around you, being surrounded by books.
Absolutely. I mean, it's no argument that books open your mind to a whole new world. It is, the pathway to knowledge. Yes. How do you make these books accessible to perhaps those who cannot afford it? I know you've got 2 flagship stores, and in these stores, you have actually created an area where people can come and co-work and can sit and enjoy your books as well. Tell us more about that.
So, the 2 stores that you mentioned about, the biggest bookstore in Malaysia is by Book Access, is in Tamarind Square in Cyberjaya, and our latest one in is the Sun Surya project in Setia Alam. So these stores are community bookstores where they open spaces, and there are community spaces and study areas for kids and all. And you can take books, and it's like a library. You can just browse and enjoy. You don't have to buy the book, right? And even at our stores, our books are 50 to 75% off already, so it's as affordable as it goes. We basically it's a very simple business model. We buy the books at a very affordable price, and we make sure we sell it at a very affordable price.
Fantastic. So your profit margins are low then?
It's low. But we had to go on volume, and a lot of good faith,
Okay, what about ebooks? So obviously that's also, now a new method or an alternative method people are using to read books. And also through some of the books that you've brought today, I've seen that it's quite evolved. You can use an app to read it. You can really interact with the book in many different ways as well. How do you think ebooks will affect sales of, hardcover books?
So the amazing thing is, when digital first came out, let's talk about digital rather than ebooks. Digital first came out, right? Digital media, it almost literally killed the book industry. So the last 10 or 15 years, the book industry went through a very tough phase. And right now, as you and me know, we already know that, it's been recommended that parents keep digital media away from kids up to a certain age, right? So that is already given. But now, you and me, we've been told how often, less screen time, and less screen time means, go back to books, right? So there is a rise now. E-books and all has been on a decline. A lot of bookstores around the world have stopped selling the Kindle and all, and physical books are coming back, and it's here to stay permanently. And so it's about us, making it available now because there's a huge demand for it.
So are these books all sustainable? Obviously, they're made out of paper and cardboard.
Yes, all reforested, and things like that. So definitely sustainable sources. Every book that we sell has a logo there, with the tree and the 3 arrows. It shows that these books are all from reforested for books.
So now you've even come up with an app to make it sort of more interesting for users as well. What you're also doing very special this year especially is providing a lifetime supply of books.
Yes, we have a contest. It's very easy to win. All you just need to do is take a selfie or pictures of the books that you bought, put it on your social media, and 10 lucky winners can win a lifetime worth of books. Literally a lifetime worth of books.
What do you mean lifetime?
Meaning that you can go to any Book Access store in Malaysia every month, pick up 2 books, any 2 books for free for 25 years.
Wow.
Every month.
All right, so there you go, and that's absolutely made free to you. But first, you need to purchase a book. You need to have a proof of receipt as well as your loot.
You just send a picture of what you bought. We make it simple. We really want to make it simple and easy,
Okay, and you're also doing something special for those who have been following the Big Bad Wolf series for a long time.
Yeah, to say thank you to all our customers and friends. If you come to the sale with any of our memorabilia, like T-shirts or button badges that we've been giving or selling over the years, you get a free notebook, a Big Bad Wolf notebook.
Fantastic. All right, you've been to 32 cities this year. This year, you said.
This year.
Next year, the target is 50
cities around the world. And the amazing thing is that this all started in Malaysia. This book revolution.
So what's the next big step then? What do we look forward to in next year?
Basically, next year we are strengthening. Malaysia-wise, this year alone we are in 10 different cities in Malaysia. We went all the way to Kedah also. right? Which we never have gotten if we don't have the scale. So all the scale that we have overseas has enabled us to do this back home too. Because the small cities we don't have the volume, so it's not profitable. But because the other countries around the world, we're doing well, so that can actually make us, able to do this. And this is because Big Bad Wolf is a reading advocacy program first before a business.
Yeah. Right. So if you could sum up the reading culture in Malaysia, what would it be?
I would say that it's very vibrant. It's picking up, and Malaysians do want to read and improve themselves.
Fantastic. All right. So the event is happening on the 6th of December right up till the 16th of December. That's 364 hours of non-stop book buying opportunity. There's also F&B around that and lots of other sort of
children
side activities that are ongoing as well. Up to 95% of discounts, up to 4.5 million new books available. So if you're a bookworm or you're thinking about being a bookworm or you just want to go and check it out, of course, make your way down to the MIECC beginning tomorrow.
There's no reason not to go because it's free admission, 24 hours, air conditioned.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much.
It's the world's biggest book sale. Come and check it out.
Absolutely. Make sure you do that. Check out the Instagram page for more information as well. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
All the very best. I was going to ask you to howl like a wolf as we exit here, but I won't do that because big bad wolf indeed. But what you're doing is fantastic in terms of, getting people to come together and really take on the wonderful habit of reading.